Hello out there, everybody. Manny here at Area 503. And I hope you all have been well since our last video. In today's episode, I have some explosive video of an Orb UFO that was filmed by a pilot with over 17 years experience. That's right, on March 20th, 2020, this amazing footage was filmed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shooting star.
Shooting star, but then it stopped, huh? Yeah, let me zoom in, man. It's like an orb, man. Look at that. It's pulsating. Oh, this is awesome. And he's not on TCAS, man.
There's nothing on the TCAS?
Well, I can tell Rita now.
That's interesting.
That is, dude. That is hot. Platillos, platillos. He's a pulsating orb. Look at that, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy. What is it?
Turn on the tail light. Oh, it is on. Okay, cool. Never mind. Oh man, look at that thing, dude. Flip flip the TCAS switch up and see if you see anything on the display on the ND. Anything? Any TCAS returns?
No.
Okay, flip the switch down. He's definitely above our altitude. Yeah, that man. This guy is not reporting TCAS. That is a unidentified flying object, bro. I can finally say I saw one now. That is cool.
Yup, it's a UFO.
And it's pulsating too, man. That is nuts. Oh, I wish you would get closer. I can't believe you saw it. What's on the map below us? What city? Is it Monterrey?
It's over
So the nearest, because they tend to congregate around Monterrey. They'll get a lot of. Yeah, we're close. How close to Monterrey? We're about 150 miles from Monterrey. Oh man, that is phenomenal, dude! I'm so glad you saw that, and you saw it drop out of the sky and just stop.
I thought it was a shooting star, and then it just stopped.
This is awesome, man. This is cool. I had to call my brother-in-law. He lives in Puebla.
I mean, there's nothing flashing that I can see on it when you put
No,
the video.
but
It's like,
look how it pulses though.
no.
Let me zoom in. Jeez, man, that is freaky, man.
You think it's a weather balloon? 'Cause I thought it
No, not with lights like that.
because it doesn't fall like that either.
No, the only weather balloon we have is near Harlingen. It's 15,000 feet AGL. This thing's above our altitude. I just can't tell. That's why I asked you to hit the TCAS, just in case it was an airplane. Dude, it's pulsing, man. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy. What is it?
Sí, todas las decisiones están autorizadas cuando el fusil prosiga directo justo para interceptar llegar a Rectus 1 Alfa a la 2 a la 11. Esperado cuando aquí posición me dijo.
Platillos.
Esperado cuando posición el curso,
I don't see anything on GPS at all.
Yeah, man. And there's no strobe. I don't see a. And the fact that it dropped out of the sky like that and then stopped and hovered. He's probably just checking us out. I was going to turn on the light over there, but looks like he's turning away from us. That is phenomenal, man. Look at that. Yeah, they're all over Mexico, dude.
I wonder what you can do with that video. Like, you can hold this.
What?
I was like, it just disappeared.
Where'd he go? Is he there? All right. Oh, it's the clouds.
It's in the clouds, yeah.
He's almost like he's over the weather or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna lose him in the clouds. Son of a bitch. Well, there it is, right there, man, on my ND. There's our airplane, and there's no TCAS. There's weather about 40 miles off our left wingtip where this thing seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, I went both directions.
Yeah, there's no TCAS returns, man. It's not an airplane. It didn't have strobes or beacon or nothing. It's my first time. I'm so excited. I can say, yeah, I've seen a UFO. I got a video.
I'm always
Woo!
Dude, that's awesome. I can see why you're so excited. You got me excited. This is a really interesting sighting. Let me point out a few things to you. First, the secondary witness stated that this thing was moving so fast that it looked like a shooting star at first. But then it stopped, hovering in the air, holding its position. That's no star. Next, the witness stated that this UFO looked like a pulsating orb. And I'd also like to point out the lack of marker lights that are required on airplanes. Add to this the fact that there was nothing on the traffic collision avoidance system, and I think we can safely say that this was no aircraft. And judging by the way that this thing was behaving when it came in quickly and then hovered and changed its trajectory, that suggests to me that something intelligent was operating this object, whatever it is. And here's one last point. The witness that is filming this UFO is a pilot with over 17 years experience, some of which is presumably in the military, judging by his jargon. So we can assume that he is familiar with pretty much everything that is considered normal air flight traffic. And this sighting has him extremely excited, and it stands out to him. That tells me volumes. Because as we all know, commercial pilots are actually discouraged from discussing the UFO phenomenon.
Generally speaking, both commercial and military pilots are extremely reluctant to make a UFO report.
Pilots have actually lost their jobs and been blacklisted from the industry for speaking out. And so in my opinion, anytime that you hear a commercial or military pilot speaking about UFOs, you should probably listen. I know that I do, and when you take that into account and you look at all the other available evidence in this case, my opinion is that this is a genuine UFO. And judging by the way that it's behaving, it resembles Tom the UFO, which has been spotted over the Pacific Northwest and other parts of the world. In fact, just 5 days before the sighting in Mexico on March 15th, I personally witnessed a similar event over Portland and shot this footage. I saw what I thought was an airplane at first because it was moving so fast, but I checked Flight Radar 24 and there was nothing around. And I also checked an astronomy app that I have to see if it was possibly a star or a planet, and there was nothing there. I whipped out my camera to start filming this thing, and it just sat there and hovered for about an hour until some clouds blew in and it just disappeared into the clouds. It was damned weird, I'll tell you what. I mean, it was weird enough to get me to drive back to that location that night to continue to look for this object, which I couldn't find. And I even went back the next day to see if it was possibly a star that I just lost in the clouds, but there was nothing there. So I'd like to ask you all for a favor. The next time that you're outside and you have a few moments, just take a little bit of time and look up at the sky and really look around you and see what's above you. Even if you just see normal airplane traffic, it helps you get a feel for when something is out of place. So just take a few minutes and look up. And of course, if you see anything crazy, make sure that you film it and send it into Area 503. That way, I can take a look at it. Anyhow, I got one more sighting that I want to share with you guys, and this one happened over Orlando, Florida on April 1st, 2020. Check this footage out of a triangle-shaped UFO being escorted by 2 other aircraft. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. You know, at first I thought that this looked like a standard military convoy of 3 aircraft. However, I quickly noticed something subtle. In this video, you can clearly see the marker lights of the last 2 escort vehicles. However, the lead craft has none. So if this was 3 military aircraft, why would the leader be running without marker lights? That doesn't make much sense. In fact, it looks like the following 2 aircraft are actually tailing this thing or pursuing it, maybe as observers. That's pretty strange. And you know, the more that I look at this footage, the more it looks like that first craft has a completely different shape than the other two. Man, I really think this is a UFO, and I think these other two aircraft are just following this thing. Like I said, maybe to see where it's going and to observe it and make sure it doesn't do anything, or maybe they're escorting it from one position to another. We really don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a sense of urgency, and it doesn't seem like the escort aircraft are alarmed in any way. So I'm kind of baffled by this, and I don't know what to make of it, but it is interesting, and I wanted to show it to you guys and see what you thought about it as well. Why don't you let me know in the comments section below? And if you haven't gotten a chance, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to get notifications from Area 503. If you do, you might get a nice warm tingling feeling inside. Well guys, for now, that's all I've got on UFO sightings. As always, this has been Manny at Area 503. And I wish you all the best until we meet again. And I am out of here to continue my search for universal truth.